Does Serena Williams performing at the Super Bowl disrespect her marriage? Grab your alternative. Grab your drink. Let's get into this thing
What?
right now.
Pop it, smoke it, drink it down. With your boys, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. And y'all know what it is, man. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the real cigar Jeff. Y'all do me a favor, man. Look below in the description. Support the channel, get the merch. But the first thing I need y'all to do, man, hit that subscribe button. Soon as you come into the building, man, because I get my report from YouTube. Y'all watching it, but you ain't subscribing. Go ahead and hook your boy up. We trying to get to 10,000 subs, man. Go ahead and get me there while you like and share and comment, man. Did Serena Williams disrespect her marriage by walking at the halftime show for the Super Bowl? And y'all know, man, whenever I come with a topic like this, I gotta bring my resident disrespect expert. I'm gonna let her introduce herself and tell
Marvelous.
y'all what she's sipping on before we get into this thing.
Again, and my title done changed once again.
Resident disrespect expert. If it's disrespect, Ryder gonna tell you it's disrespect.
Or give it, whichever one you want. Uh, Tonight I'm drinking out my "I'm Not Your Sweet Babu" mug. I love me some Charlie Brown, and tonight I'm drinking my Bigelow Perfectly Mint tea. First of all, because it's cold and rainy up here in Charlotte, and I'm getting older, so we sipping on some hot tea. That's what we doing tonight. To
Yeah,
my
just
sweet
look,
Babu.
guys. I'm
To
telling
my
you, feel
sweet
like
Babu.
she old school, y'all. She old school and it's cold. So there's certain temperatures that you can't handle. I ain't doing no liquor tonight. It's just cold. Hey,
So
Ryder said, it's cold, man. I need me some tea. She got the Charlie Brown on. Yeah,
yes,
hey, I'm
that
telling you.
thing said, "I'm
So
not
y'all
your
know
sweet Babu."
anything she give y'all tonight gonna be straight up. Anything she give y'all tonight gonna be straight up
I need to
raw,
be
man.
fully
Nah,
present.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you coming on, Rhonda, man. Look, I'm gonna be easy tonight, man. Y'all know Orlando. Tuesday is my Orlando day, so I ain't too long getting into the house. Tonight I'm drinking my long drink
Oh,
citrus.
okay.
Y'all see it right there, and I
That's
ain't had
alcohol?
time to get. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Long drink, man. You know, got put on to him at Pop Stroke for Pop Stroke Tiger Woods miniature golf experience. They served them out there. And I was like, man, they good. Talking to my boy Jay, my manager today, he was like, man, we done had him for a minute. He like them too. So I just stopped by. I typically like to do the cranberry, but they only had the citrus at my liquor store. I ain't had a chance to get a cigar that I wanted. So I said, okay, tonight I got to go with my tonight I got to go with my alternative. You know, I ain't
That's
doing a
what you
cigar
meant by
tonight.
alternative.
The alternative gotta go. I'm going up a deck for the night. Going up a deck for the night, and we about to do this thing. Yeah, I might have to pop another one. I might have to pop another one lower deck later on. You know, if I pop another one lower deck, y'all can see. Got my velos, got my wild berry. This is my apple. This thing tastes like
Right. Your
a blow
conservative
pop back
side
in
is
the day.
showing. Your conservative side is showing.
Got my blow pop. Got my blow pop. This thing tastes just like blow pop, right? Sour apple blow pop. This thing's good too. So I ain't smoking tonight, guys. Maybe next week I'll have my cigar. But had to just do my Road 6 milli upper deck. Might be popping the velo a little later on lower deck. But for everybody who do the lip pillows, man, yeah, shout out to y'all.
Oh,
All my
that's what they're
cigar people
called?
don't hate on. Yeah. Y'all shout out, man. Shout out to all my cigar people. Don't get pissed at me, man. I'm gonna be bringing my cigar
Too
back.
late. Too
Future
late.
and future podcast. But guys, we about to jump into this thing. Did Serena Williams disrespect her marriage by walking during the Kendrick Lamar performance at the Super Bowl? Now, Rhonda, before I get into this, let me just go with my
Hmm.
disclaimer, guys.
Hmm.
Well, Rhonda and I ain't here to discuss what you thought about the Super Bowl performance. We're not here to talk about whether you think it should have been Cash Money, Lil Wayne, all that kind of stuff. We're not here to talk about the actual, message that you thought Kendrick Lamar was trying to do or whatever, or, his choreography or anything like that. We ain't here to discuss that. Because this podcast focuses on, when Ron and I talk, I try to focus on relationship. When I saw Serena Williams sea walking, I said, was that Serena? Because first of all, she can sea walk. That's first off. I wish I could sea walk that good. And then I'm like, oh my God, Kendrick is bodying everybody. And he didn't got Serena in there. Y'all know Serena from Compton, Kendrick from Compton. So again, it's a lot of different stuff. But Rhonda, when you saw Serena doing the sea walk, let's keep it, let's try to keep it to Serena, not the whole Kendrick Lamar. I don't want y'all to get into comments talking about nobody watched it or this many people watched it or it wasn't appropriate or it was appropriate. I like the message. That ain't what we're doing. We focusing on the relationship component with Serena. Jumping that Rhonda, when you first saw it, what'd you think?
Okay, shout out to the bell bottoms though. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Get me a pair of bell bottom.
No, you're not. They ain't for
I'm
everybody.
gonna give you a pair.
They ain't.
I ain't realize he had the Dion. He had the DT96s on by Deion Sanders too. I
Uh,
ain't realized
I
that.
just had to shout out them bell bottoms, man. That was the first thing I noticed. But I did.
Yeah.
I was like you. Is this? And then I looped my TV back because number one, she looked really good. Like she looked
Mm-hmm.
good and healthy. Like she looked like she was in a good space and stuff. But um, you see, I'm repping my Serena shirt today.
Oh,
She the
Serena.
goat this week. She one of the goats this week. So um, but short answer, no, I don't. I,
Okay.
I think she saw it as an opportunity, and I think even on her page, she said she got the call. It was an opportunity. When she gonna be able to do this again at the Super Bowl? Let me take advantage of it. And from what I understand, even her husband was like fantastic or whatever. So no, I
Hmm.
think that whatever has been done in their relationship is been done, if it is
Yeah.
causing problems or not. So I don't think it was disrespecting her marriage at all. We don't know the roles and the boundaries of their marriage. So in my opinion, I just don't think a crip walk disrespected her marriage. That's my short answer.
Well, it's so funny, Ron, to say that because here's what I'm gonna say, y'all. Here's what I'm gonna say.
Oh Lord.
And I'm pro Serena. I'm pro. You know, I
Are you?
like Serena Williams.
Are you?
I'm pro. I'm pro Serena. I'm pro Venus. I'm pro Daddy. I'm pro Daddy Williams. Right? Let's be honest, man. We can't deny her athletic prowess, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all right here. I'm gonna tell y'all right here. For the sake of this podcast, when I was putting this together, I said, "Dawg, I can't believe she did it. I can't believe she did it." But then I had to be humble.
In the moment,
Oh,
that's what you said? In the moment.
yeah, I can't believe she did it. And at first, I ain't gonna lie, guys. What I started searching for was Serena and her husband still together.
Oh
Okay,
Lord.
that's what I started because I couldn't believe she was doing it. I couldn't believe she was doing it. Now, what made me do this podcast tonight too is what Stephen A. did a response. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this: we're gonna get into the Stephen A. response. We're gonna get into the husband's response. Then it's gonna get into a video on what to do if you hate your ex. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know how it's gonna go. Then me and Ron are gonna get out of here. But we
Okay.
got we got 3 articles we're gonna go over real
Preach,
fast.
preacher. Mm-hmm.
Stephen A. article, the Serena husband's response, and then an article that says if you hate your ex, what you need to do, especially if you hate your ex and you married. All right. So I ain't gonna lie, guys. Y'all got to understand every marriage is individual. Every marriage is individual, and marriages with money are different than a marriage without money. And at the end of the day,
And
if
different from
he loves
marriages with a little money.
with a marriages with a little money, remember, just like Eve, Serena married to a billionaire, right? Now, Eve is a different setup than what Serena. But at the end of the day, guys, some of y'all relationships are based in bondage. Other relationships are based in freedom. Some of y'all relationships are closed. Other relationships are open. Some of y'all relationships have boundaries. Some of y'all relationships don't have boundaries. And I don't know which one Serena's is, but we're gonna discuss this thing. We're gonna discuss this thing tonight. And I can tell you, when I first saw it, I said, "Oh my God, she ain't never got over Drake. She ain't never got over Drake, but maybe her
Really?
husband is fine with it." I'm sorry, right? Right. When I first saw her, when I saw that it was Serena, that's the first thing I thought about. I ain't try, look, I'm just like, damn.
Listen. That
You
woman
got
was
your emotion.
she was about her business. She did her
Yes.
thing. She showed up and she showed out, made all of us want to get up and crip walk if we were of a
Oh,
certain ethnic group.
I can see what
No, you
y'all like. I can see
Where?
walk. It's an easy dance. It's
No,
an
it's
easy
not.
dance.
If you don't get
See
that,
walk.
if you don't get that footwork right,
How you know I ain't got that,
you
bro?
done been to turn your ankle over. Man, no, cause well, for one, we from the East Coast. Can we start there?
But it's a dance.
No.
I ain't rap. I
Okay,
ain't
get
rapping
up
a
and crip
set.
walk. Get up and crip walk right
I
now. We
can't.
should have
I
we should have
can't do
recorded
it in here.
ourselves.
I can't do it in here because it's
It
on
ain't enough
carpet.
room.
And I ain't got my
Ain't no.
shoes on. Right. I ain't
Oh,
got
you
my
don't.
chuck.
Okay, that's what we doing. Okay. Oh, you gotta have chucks on.
My chuck on. Blue ones in particular. Just like she had. Look, guys, we're gonna get into this first article. Stephen A. Smith, guys, he went on First Take, and this thing been going viral. So I just want to read the article of what Stephen A. Smith said. Let's get into this thing right now. All right. Over here, page 6, guys. Hoping I don't get copyrighted, but Stephen A. Smith would have divorced Serena Williams for trolling her ex Drake at Super Bowl 25. Go back to his ass. All right, guys. This was on First Take today.
Mm.
Stephen A. Smith is not having it. The journalist 57 said he would have divorced Serena Williams for trolling her ex-boyfriend Drake during Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl 2025 halftime show. Smith discussed how he would have reacted if his wife had done what the famed tennis player did during Monday's episode of First Take, saying, "If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worry about him for, and you're with me. Bye-bye." Okay? So let's keep scrolling down. If I'm married and my wife is going to be trolling her ex, go back to his ass, he said of Williams' appearance, referencing her past relationship with Drake. Also, guys, for the record, SZA is rumored to have dated Drake too, but nobody's talking about SZA because she's single. It is said that Drake and Serena Williams dated on and off from 2011 to 2015. Following Smith's remarks, Ryan Clark quickly tried to regain control of the situation, telling him to stop. He said, "If you with Serena, you're going to be a kept man anyways," Clark said. "Don't start that." Smith's comments come one day after Williams, 43, surprised Super Bowl fans by crip walking during Lamar's halftime performance while he sang his Drake diss track, Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Her appearance on stage was deemed another dig at the Canadian rapper, whose real name is Aubrey Graham. Although their relationship was never confirmed, it is said that Williams and Drake dated on and off from 2011 to 2015. This is seemingly confirmed when he name dropped her in his 2013 song Worst Behavior, and then revealed that he wrote Too Good about her. Back in August 2015, Page Six confirmed that the two dated around 2011, and even though it didn't end well, they have remained friends since. And there's her husband. I wanted y'all to see that. Despite Smith's disapproval of Williams' appearance on stage, her husband, Alex Ohanian, applauded her social media. Pretty fantastic halftime show, which took place in Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Williams and Ullman met in 2015 after the tennis star had called it quits with Drake for good. The two got married 2 years later and share two daughters, Alexis and Adira. Rhonda, jump in there. Let me know what you think once you see that article.
Listen, again, I don't see no problems.
Okay.
She listen, and what I mean by that is, again, I don't think she made it about Drake whatsoever. If that, all I know is Kendrick has a mind, and he asked her to come. She's from Compton. Now, I don't know if anybody else in there was from Compton. I don't know, but he asked her, "Who you know could see walk like her?
There's plenty of women he could have got to
Who?
see walk.
Who?
Who was Nipsey Hussle's girl? Nipsey Hussle's girl could have been there see walking.
Oh, Lauren. Is her name
Lauren
Lauren?
London. Lauren
Yeah.
London,
Mm-hmm.
right? Lauren London
Mm-hmm.
from Compton.
But see,
There's a
she
lot
was
of
in a Super Bowl commercial though. That was a nice commercial. She was in a Super Bowl commercial, so she was
Lauren London
represented.
could have.
But no,
Mm-hmm.
like, but for real though, no, I think what Stephen A. said, I think that is, I don't know, man. It's just not the. He could have said something different in a different way, in my personal opinion, and I think it's easy to say what you would do, and from
When you
a
ain't in it,
single,
that's true now.
yeah,
When you
it's
ain't in it, this
seriously
single
like
person,
it,
yeah.
again, we don't know the backstory to why she said yes, other than what she posted on her
Mm-hmm.
social media, because she did post about it, and so it's like, I think any reason to find something wrong that's what is gonna happen in this situation. Look, it was what, how much? 10 seconds? 10
If that,
seconds.
but in the running Super Bowl is living on in social media. 10 seconds is a long time.
Well, but
10 seconds is a long time.
so is everybody got memes last night. I mean
Oh, I
Sunday
agree.
night. A lot of people
I
got
agree.
memes
I agree.
in that performance.
His bell bottom's more famous than his performance right now.
Yes.
Cause,
Them bell
'cause now I
bottoms.
can't. Yeah, I've been seeing all these reels. Rhonda called me. Rhonda said something about the bell bottoms. Yeah, I've been getting bell bottoms on my reels, I was like, let me stop sending my sister this stuff today because I'm like, I'm not about to ruin her day. But guys, getting back to Stephen A. Smith, I think Stephen A. Smith is completely correct if you laid that out in the beginning of the relationship. If you laid it out in the beginning of the relationship, that hey, look, I'm the rebound guy from Drake because y'all saw the article. They got together in 2015. They married 2 years
But
later.
they weren't serious.
Well, it don't matter. It doesn't matter, right? At the end of the day,
Really?
if y'all have talked it out, if y'all have talked it out and agreed that look, if I get a chance to body his ass, I'm gonna do it. Okay, babe, you good, right? I know how much it
Let me
hurts
go
you
get
or
me some
whatever, right?
liquor. Let me go get me some alcohol.
That Bigelow ain't working. Hey, look, you need one up a deck. You need
No, it
one up
ain't.
a deck,
It ain't working.
right? One of the things y'all gonna find is I agree with Stephen A. Smith if I'm a traditionalist in marriage, right? But clearly, this guy started Reddit, and if any of y'all been on Reddit, y'all know Reddit is a very liberal platform, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I think, I think this dude was a fan of Serena. I don't think he sees Serena as a wife. He sees Serena as a cultural icon, which she is, by the way. And I think he's more impressed with the celebrity of Serena versus Serena the person. That's what I think. I'm just telling y'all. Now, so when Stephen A said that, Stephen A wants to do these traditional marriages. But if you with Serena, you ain't in no traditional marriage because ain't nobody Serena don't do tradition, right? Serena didn't marry Jehovah Witness. She was Jehovah Witness coming up and all that kind of stuff. So Stephen A is right if we're talking tradition. But Stephen A is way off base if you looking at the totality of this relationship. He got with her right after Drake. According to that article, they got together in 2015 after she and Drake. So my guess is he probably dealt with the hurt and pain that she had with Drake. Still chose to get married. Still chose to get married. They say
I
she and
don't think it was
Drake
that deep.
remain
I
friends.
don't think it was that deep. This hurt and pain.
I'm
I don't
just
think it
saying.
was that deep. Like, come on.
See y'all. I told y'all she the resident disrespect expert.
His
So
name
clearly
Aubrey.
she don't agree
It
with
ain't
me.
that deep. It
Clearly,
ain't that deep.
clearly she don't agree with me.
But you don't want me to agree with you.
Yes,
You be
that's good.
saying stuff making sure that I don't agree with you.
Well, but if Stephen A's talking from a traditional marriage, and what Stephen A got to understand is, if you ain't a billionaire that reached out to Serena and y'all got together, y'all can't tell this man what he should do. Now, based on our tradition, Rhonda, I agree wholeheartedly with Stephen A. Is it fair for me to say that? Based on our tradition, I agree with Stephen A.
On who
Because
tradition?
based on our traditions, right? Because in marriage, you're supposed to forsake all others, right? You're supposed to put all that stuff in the past. But dog, the sea walk was good. She good at it, and
No, the
she out
sea
there
walk was
popping.
amazing. The sea walk was perfection.
That was what she
And the
said. She
outfit
said,
looked
baby,
good. She looked fabulous. It was everything.
she said, baby, I got to go. I got to go deal with this therapeutically. I just need to body this man one
I
time.
don't think it had
Let me
nothing
do
to do
some
with him from her perspective.
ask
I think
permission. You
she's
don't
been
think she
over
should have
him.
asked permission? You don't think she had to ask permission from her husband?
F no. F no.
You ladies, y'all better be careful now. Make sure this mic
It ain't working. No, it's off. No.
ladies, y'all
What
better
is
ask
this
for
ask
permission.
permission mess? What is that? What you mean ask permission?
Rhonda, you know everybody, you know it's going to affect him too. When you make a
How?
decision like that, that's going to
He
affect
seemed
the other person.
fantastic. So what if he may have
Agree,
slept
I
in the other
agree.
room? What if he slept in the other room? So what? He'll get over it.
Look, let me tell y'all this, right? Let me tell y'all this. Serena, look, Kendrick bodied Drake on national TV, right? Worldwide TV. Kendrick bodied him. When he looked
Hmm.
in that camera and said, say Drake. He was going
You
around
felt
that
like he
stage
was
with them
looking at
bell
you. You
bottoms.
felt like he was looking at you.
I looked at him, I said, my name ain't Drake. My name ain't Drake, dog. Look, I ain't said nothing about you, dog. Right? But he looking at the camera and said, say Drake. And y'all got to understand what really did it was Samuel Jackson. Because Samuel Jackson was the antagonizer. Oh boy, you better not say that. You better quiet down. You
That's
being
right.
too good.
That's
Like
what.
all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
You
He
be telling
set
me
it
that
up.
all the time. You be telling me that all the time.
I don't sound like that. All right, y'all. Let me try to get back. My point
Yeah,
to
we're gonna
y'all
get
is
focused.
Nobody knew that Serena was going to be in that. Okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all like
No,
this: Kendrick Lamar don't have a catalog of a Prince or a Michael Jackson or a Maroon 5 or the crossover of a Lady Gaga, all that kind of stuff. He went into his bag to tell y'all this is me, and a lot of people don't understand. People change when that money and notoriety came. Kendrick Lamar chose to not do that, and I think Serena Williams clearly she got a relationship with Kendrick Lamar. Clearly, she reps her hometown. And clearly, she and her husband got a different relationship. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I agree with Stephen A. Smith. I agree with Stephen A. Smith. And here's the deal. I think what would have hurt me the most if that would have
oh
been
Lord,
my wife, C. Walker, if that would have been my wife, C. What
call
hurt
her
me the
in here
most
right
is
now. Call
she
her in
was
here right now.
good.
Call her in here.
Serena nailed it. She looked
She
just as
did.
good as she did when she did it at
Your
Wimbledon.
wife would nail it.
And I'm
Your
like,
wife would nail it.
how much did you hate? How much did you hate this man? Right? Like, dude, like I ain't had to teach you how to do that. Like, hey, look, we gonna pan over to you. Do your thing. Like, yeah, okay, bet. It's like she said, okay, bet, because she on Kendrick's side. Now, granted, guys, I'd rather my wife hate my ex, hate her ex, than actually still talking to her. That's another conversation for another day.
That is a whole
So
nother conversation.
at least she was on the part of body injury versus man. Look, I don't want to see nothing bad happen to him.
All I know,
Now,
she saw an opportunity, and I don't
I
know
agree.
no man that won't take an opportunity if it presented itself. I
I
don't see
agree. That's
what the
different
big
though.
deal is. She saw an
But
opportunity because
man takes a
y'all
woman's marriage.
said what they.
A man takes the woman hand in marriage. So I just think it was disrespectful. I'm like Stephen A. on this one. From a traditional standpoint, I'm a traditionalist.
Is that the word we want to call it?
Yeah, I'm a traditionalist. I am. I just couldn't believe she did it. Right? I can see if she was doing it in her house and nobody seen it.
All I
But
know,
she was
your
built for
wife
that
who shall
moment.
be. I know your wife would take that opportunity.
Look, bro, let me tell you this. But
You let a cigar company
Serena,
come calling,
I
and
agree, but I ain't hating like that. I ain't
which
hating like that. What I'm saying
her
to you is
husband ain't
me
hating like
talking
that.
about.
He said, "Fantastic show,"
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Let's go right here. Let's get this in here right here.
or
Let me share
whatever
the
he
screen.
said, or whatever he said.
Let's go ahead, guys. We going over here. Let me share this next article because Rhonda getting
Yeah,
off track. We over
let me
here.
sip on my tea.
Yeah, get ahead of that Bigelow in you. Hold on. All right, guys. We over here at Fox News. I bought this out for Rhonda because I know she probably already seen this because she stay on Fox.
You know what? Don't
Uh,
look. Fake news. Fake news. Don't do that.
Serena Williams' husband fires back at critics over her Super Bowl halftime show Crip
Yes,
Walk.
stand up for your woman.
Right?
I
Here's the
don't know
deal,
what he
guys. I
said,
want
but
y'all to see it. Serena
again,
Williams' husband came to the
untrusted
tennis
sources.
legends. Serena's husband came to the tennis legend defense on social media amid criticism over her decision to participate in Kendrick Lamar halftime show in Crip Walk. Williams performed a dance move in the midst of Lamar's diss track toward rival rapper Drake. The retired tennis star also had a previous relationship with Drake, making her appearance during the track even more eyebrow raising. Y'all can see her right there. She getting it.
Looking good.
She was one. She was one of the few surprises Lamar had for the show, which also included Samuel L. Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam doing social commentary in between the Compton rapper's song. While some criticized Williams, Alexis Ohanian wrote, which is her husband, wrote in a post on X that her appearance was bigger than music. He said, and I quote, "Some of y'all have no idea how criticized Serena was for the same dance at Wimbledon 13 years ago, and it shows this is bigger than music," the Reddit co-founder wrote. Williams crip walk while at Wimbledon during the 2012 Olympics in London and drew criticism as well. Also, her husband said, "Just wait until some of these folks learn about the illicit criminal origins of Irish step dancing or Northern English clog dancing. They'll be appalled, I tell you, outraged even." Williams appeared to be unbothered by the criticism. She posted several videos of herself before and after the halftime show.
Hmm.
"Let's go Super Bowl halftime. I died a little," she wrote on Sunday night. Williams is one of the most accomplished tennis players in recent memory, man or woman. She won 23 Grand Slam titles, second in women's tennis history, only behind Margaret Court. She retired from professional tennis in 2022. Rhonda, what do you think about the husband's comment?
But if this is real, I like it. I gotta throw the disrespect in there. If this is real,
She the expert guy. That was some shade thrown right there. If y'all knew the backstory, y'all will know. There's certain things I can't send her, but yeah.
like I think they grown. I
Okay.
think people who have a problem with it have not grown to a certain level of maturity. With again, this was an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
and I think anybody would have took the opportunity if they were asked to be a part of the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
probably in any capacity. And
Okay.
again, we didn't know, and she didn't know it was going to take off like that. And who was going to now leave it to the
Rhonda,
internet?
come on now, Rhonda. You
The
know
internet,
damn well she
the
knew.
internet
You know, Rhonda.
will find
Rhonda,
everything.
everybody wanted to hear they not like us. She knew that was the song. Before he slowed it
But they
down to
didn't know
Winnie
he
the
was
Luther,
gonna do it. Ain't that what the girl
right,
said?
right.
You really gonna do it? Like they
Yeah,
didn't know.
he gonna do it. Say Drake.
She
Say
was like, "You
Drake.
mean this one?"
No, but they want to sue. We got people who
Yes,
want to sue. Yeah,
yes.
right?
We
See,
didn't know he
you
was
knew
gonna
he
do
was
it. We
gracefully
didn't know
did
he
know
was
he
gonna
was
do it.
gonna do it. It's Kendrick Lamar, man. It's K Dot. It's K Dot, guys. It's K Dot. You knew he was gonna do it. Some guys don't
Listen,
care about the legal system, bruh. He ain't come from the you don't settle a rap battle in a legal dispute. And
no,
that's
you
where
don't.
Drake messed up. And I think that's why Serena jumped on it. I think Serena knows that Drake got so many ghostwriters now, allegedly, that he's now brought lawyers into it. You don't settle this beef with K Dot in a courtroom because he didn't care what the audience was responding. He knew he had an audience of one. He had an audience of one, Riley. So when I saw the husband's response, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, and y'all go check out Jason Whitlock's page, man. Go check out what Jason Whitlock said. Serena Williams' husband fired back at him too because Jason Whitlock called her husband a beta, called him a beta, and
You
finished it
know
out and called
what,
him a simp.
man?
Now
What?
here's the deal. I ain't saying I agree with it. I'm trying to tell y'all to look at it because I ain't agree. Right, I'm just pointing it out. Now I ain't got it to share with y'all, but y'all can Google Jason Whitlock to see what he said about it. And this dude pipe right back at Jason Whitlock. So Rhonda, is it fair for
Because he
guys to
should.
look
He's
at him and
defending his wife. If somebody's
you
coming at
think
your wife, I would hope that
he,
you.
but would you see him as the beta to Serena? Would you see him as a beta man to Serena? If we're gonna do a podcast on
No,
alpha male versus
again,
beta
because.
male versus sigma male
But
versus kappa
again,
male, go ahead.
either way, they all little. Either way, little. You got to label stuff like that. Like, come on, dude. Like,
No,
seriously.
but
Just like
I'm
you
just
got
saying.
alpha women, right? You got alpha men. Y'all don't like that
I
either.
agree.
So which one is it?
What you mean? Who is y'all? Why
So
you
she
put
can't have
me? Why you put
y'all
me in it? I'm a
traditionalists.
traditionalist.
Yes, them people. Those people.
We gonna have to end this early. Yeah, I'm a traditionalist. I ain't saying it in a bad way. I
Who?
ain't saying it in a bad way.
What's good about it? What's good about
No, what I'm saying is I think you're having a clash of tradition. That's all I'm saying.
it?
Now,
Listen,
if their relationship, whatever their relationship is based on, is up to them. Me and you talk about relationships all the time, right?
we do.
See,
That's all we
so
talk about.
here's the song, right?
Which is why I'm
Here's the song.
tripping.
Heard about your past, things you used to do, the games you used to play with guys who didn't last. You say, what's
Whose
on
song
your
is this?
mind? Hey, you don't remember John B? Don't listen to what people say
Boy,
they
I
don't
thought we
know
were talking
about
about Drake. How
how
we go
you and
from
me.
John B? How we go from
Look,
Drake to John B?
if y'all don't pull out the song John B you wrote, they don't know about you and me. They don't know. This song is Serena and her husband. Look, that song laid it out. Heard about your past, things you used to do, right? With guys here, it didn't last. That damn John B laid it out. Now I'm a traditionalist now. I know, that's why I understand where Stephen A coming from. And John B, when he came out, he was only dating black women. So y'all got to understand, it's a difference when a white guy's
But he
dating a black
damn near
woman.
black.
This guy ain't damn near black though. Because when he brought up the whole Irish dance and clogging, man, don't nobody know about all that. Don't nobody care about all that, bro. Look, at the end of the day, your girl helped body Drake. Is she over him or not? Do you think, Ron? Look, do you think Serena
Yes,
is over him?
it's a resounding yes. She is over him. She is over him. You don't think so?
I
But
don't
see,
think she over him.
again, because traditionalists typically think that ain't
And she,
nobody gonna get over me. Like, you know, they not gonna,
yeah,
they not
I
gonna get over
apologize.
me.
Rhonda fired up the conversation that happened before the podcast. She's taking it out on me. I'm over here having a legitimate conversation.
They're all traditionalists.
No, but look, let me tell y'all this, man. Let me tell y'all this. if y'all listen to, I think Serena really believed. Y'all got to understand when you're a celebrity and y'all date somebody, whether it's on and off, when you've been with somebody for 4 years, I think it was real between Serena and Drake because Drake, when he wanted Serena,
But they said
that
on
guy
and
really
off.
courted. Agreed, but he really courted her throughout that process. And when you find out you on a man's songs and all that kind of stuff, Serena was a catch, guys. Let's be honest. Serena considered one of the baddest women out there.
Well, she was
Notice I ain't
all
say
the way
baddest black women.
snatched Sunday night. She was all the way
Mm-hmm,
snatched Sunday. She looked
mm-hmm.
great.
But here's what happens now. Y'all go back to what she looked like when Drake was coming after her. Looks completely different now. So Drake was in love with the original Serena.
See,
Let's
there
be
you go.
honest. This one she became now. Just saying. So we gotta Serena look just like her daddy. She built like a brick house. We get it. That the Serena that Drake was kicking it to, completely different than the Serena look right now. That Serena look right now. And I think Serena was absolutely in love with Drake. And I think she was hurt. And I think she did it to body it. And I think her husband was fine with it, Rhonda, so that she could get over it. You don't agree with that? Go ahead and jump in there. You the relationship expert now.
No, I'm not the relationship expert. All I know is she wanted to represent for her town, her city,
Okay.
right? And so look, and again, most women, hey, if it step on your little grave or whatever, okay, okay, sir,
So right there. You just if it step on your grave. What you mean
a
if it step
little,
on my grave?
a little bit,
Yeah.
okay, sir.
So
But
you
we done, we been
so
done.
let me tell
I'm
y'all
just
how
out
men
here
think.
dancing. I'm just out here dancing.
There's the man the woman loves, and there's the man that the woman hates. And the one that the woman hates has way more influence than the one that the woman loves. Cause a woman that hates a guy, she ain't gonna stop till she kill him. She ain't gonna stop. And she
What?
bodied him
Okay,
last
come
night.
on now.
She bodied him last night, right? She bodied him last night. Do you think it was respectful what she did?
Yes, the crip. What? Yes. What was wrong with that?
To a song that's bashing Drake?
Listen, ain't nobody tell Drake to go sue. Ain't nobody tell Drake to do whatever he done done.
Y'all know, y'all can go ahead and Google it. Y'all know Drake was he was in Australia doing a show over there. Packed show. Had a hell
Hmm.
of a show last night in
People love
Australia,
him.
right?
People still love Drake.
People love Drake. But Drake gonna have to win this. He gonna have to get out of the courtroom. He gonna have to come at Kendrick
It's too
with
late. He
something
can't
completely
backtrack
different.
that. He can't backtrack that.
I
And
agree
will
with you.
still listen to Drake to this day.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna listen to Drake.
Yeah.
Yep. 13 hours till I land. I'll be out like a light. Like because guys, but I'm telling y'all now, I'm a traditionalist. I'm gonna keep saying it. All my traditionalists, y'all get down in the comments. For all y'all who believe what Rhonda believe, that it
Like
ain't
with
no
the
big
code
deal. I
word.
get it.
With the
Now
code
look,
word.
I don't. But let me tell y'all this: I don't believe that the husband is quote unquote a beta until I can understand from him what was the origin of their relationship. See, I'm not gonna bash the husband for support until I know what the origin of their relationship. Because the husband knew her, and the husband knew she dated Drake. So look, on the grand scheme of things, if I'm not a traditionalist, oh my God, the husband is supporting the wife unconditionally. He a billionaire. He gonna think different. But for people who are traditionalists and that woman mean a lot to you, that woman is next to God or your God, I can get why some people would be offended by what Serena did.
No, because
That's all
that's
I'm saying.
ego. That's ego. That ain't no traditionalist. You worried about what it looked like for you when
Yes.
she out here taking the opportunity?
Because a woman is a reflection of the man in a marriage. In a
Whatever.
marriage. You got your
What
light on. You look a
marriage?
little dog over there. You look a
What?
little dog over there. You
I
got your
think my
light on
light
your.
going out because my light like what the hell he talking about?
Are we losing connection? Do I need to go by myself?
No
Are
man,
we
look,
losing connection?
I just may be a little dog. I just may be a little dog.
Now, guys, look. Clearly, Serena got some issues with Drake because
Is
personally,
it?
I would have
Is
asked
it?
my
Is it clearly?
personally, I would have asked my wife if I'm in a relationship. Hey, don't do it. We need to let it go. Don't do it publicly like that because I don't want to deal with it. But clearly, her husband is completely different. I'm trying to tell y'all, as a traditionalist, this is how I feel. But as a person who understands every marriage is different and based on its own set of protocols, I completely understand where they're coming from.
You know what? Y'all don't
That's
believe
your
don't
partner.
don't believe him, man. Like, listen, I don't know who this person is tonight that's on this.
I'm a traditionalist. If Drake would have embodied whether she was sea walking or not. Do you agree with that? Kendrick's
Well, he
performance would
was
have
bodied
bodied him.
just because of the song. He knows that this song, they wherever he goes, he just go perform this and go on back home, and
Everybody wanted
people
to
would
hear
be
that song.
satisfied. Everybody would
Everybody
be
wanted to hear that
satisfied,
song.
and
So
you can't
Kendrick
beat
didn't have
Luther.
to
You cannot beat Luther. That
Kendrick.
Luther song,
Well,
that
and that,
five, you can't
I
beat that
agree.
song.
I
But it's
agree. And
nothing
that
like this.
Luther's
Hmm.
that they not like us was what everybody was hoping. That's why he didn't have to say the words for Drake to sue him. The crowd was already singing it for him.
Yeah,
But again, it's but I think what happens, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I think after this, Drake needs to actually drop the lawsuit. Just drop the lawsuit, right? Because Kendrick, it don't matter if you win the lawsuit or not. Kendrick ain't gonna stop rapping. Kendrick
no.
ain't gonna
If
stop working,
anything, he gonna
right?
go harder and harder.
He gonna go harder, guys,
Yes,
because he don't care about the law. He don't care about the law. Let me. I want to do this,
but
guys.
we don't know
What
if
if?
he care about the law or not. Okay, y'all, we know
But do
Kendrick care about the law. He just gonna walk the line. He gonna make
no,
sure.
look, dude. I'm gonna tell you. Look, you might be right, but what I
I
want to
am.
discuss. You see, guys, y'all don't see what I put up with behind the scenes. Look, guys, I'm gonna share one more article about what you should do if you hate your ex. I just saw this article. So let me go over here, and the
I so
simple
hope it's
title
psychology
is.
today. I so hope it's
No.
psychology today.
We over here, Terry Cole. We over here,
Now, who is that?
TerryCole.com. Yeah. Here we go. Terry Cole, guys. If you hate an ex, you have to read this. Can you see this, Ron?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to read it.
If you hate an ex, you have to read this. Ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-husband, ex-wife, or ex-lover. We all have them. Some people have many. Though your relationship with your exes or lack thereof is unique to you and differs from person to person. Perhaps you still talk to your ex from college, while just the idea of your most recent ex angers you to the core. Now, notice, guys, Serena got with her now husband in 2015 after she got with Drake. She said, or you may be co-parenting with your ex spouse, but still deeply suffering from the pain of that relationship. Whether a relationship ended 20 years or 20 days ago, the agony caused by hurtful breakups can create a deep wound. Harboring hate for an ex, which usually stems from pain and fear, can keep you feeling bitter, angry, and emotionally stuck. You may even have to build up a wall around your heart that blocks you from experiencing true intimacy with others. As a therapist, I've heard thousands of breakup stories ranging from very sweet to straight up scary. The one thing I can tell you is that no matter what, breaking up is rarely never easy. It's often dealing with your emotions after the fact that is the most challenging. Letting your negative feelings fester and turning towards hate can be tempting because anger is an easier emotion for many people to handle than hurt. If you hate your ex, then please know you're not alone. Though it's important that you also know that until you release that hate, your heart would never truly heal. Holding on to hate is, as the Buddha said, like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. The hate you carry causes you so much more suffering than it does them. When you hold hate in your heart for someone, you are giving them your time and attention. You are elevating their status and gifting them prime real estate in your mind. From a therapeutic standpoint, you also most likely have unfinished business with them. When an emotional injury or painful situation is not processed properly or honored appropriately, it continues to draw energy from you. You deserve over the moon, healthy, and happy love. Though until you forgive your ex for what has been done and take responsibility for your part of the relationship, even if your only part was not ending it sooner, it may be very difficult to create more love in your life. Every relationship is comprised of good and bad. And in order to see it for how it actually was, not just the way you think it was, you must acknowledge both sides. If you're still holding on to hate or even a tiny bit of ill feelings toward an ex, I encourage you to make a list. In this list, I want you to create two columns. One where you will list all of the bad and hurtful parts of the past relationship, and another where you focus solely on what was good. If you're holding on to resentment in your current relationship, you can use this exercise as well. This list can help you open up your heart and mind, and hopefully will bring you to a place where the love that you once shared with your ex overrides the hate. As always, it's important to remind yourself that forgiveness does not mean condoning. What they did may have been terrible. Forgiveness simply means you're not going to carry the weight of that terrible thing in your heart any longer. Forgiveness is for you. Here's the last paragraph I'm gonna read. Remember that forgiveness is a process. So if you don't feel completely free from hate after writing your list, that's okay. As you continue to focus not only on what was bad but also what was good, your heart and mind will continue to feel lighter and lighter. Then one day you may notice it's been a week since you thought about so and so, then a month, and then one day your ex simply becomes someone you used to know. Ah, sweet and different. Imagine not having a single ounce of hate toward the person whose mere existence once caused you so much pain.
Mm.
If that's not freedom, I don't know what is. Jump in there, right, and let me know what you think about that article.
I mean, it made some. I mean, it made some good points. Again, like I think just as much as you could love somebody, you could hate them just as equally throughout the relationship, and especially when it's over. I think it could switch up that quickly. So, I mean, it was some good points, but at the end of the day, you gonna feel what you gonna feel, and sometimes it's gonna be more negative than it is positive at a
Hmm?
lot of different points.
There's a reason they're next, guys. And all these articles, guys, I'm going to have it linked in the description for all my Spotify and Amazon Music listeners. I'm going to have it linked in the description. But I wanted to see that, guys, because honestly, I think I think both Drake and Serena have hurt. I think they both, when Brian and I talked about toxic relationships and all this kind of stuff we talk about, I think Serena took this opportunity. I think she's dealing with it therapeutically. Now, why am I agreeing with Stephen A. Smith? I'm agreeing with Stephen A. Smith from a traditionalist standpoint. But what Stephen A. Smith or nobody else knows is what hurt happened in that relationship. Because I don't think Serena was just repping her city. She was repping her city at Wimbledon. But when you own the diss track, this diss track that your ex is suing this man over in federal
Listen,
court.
yeah,
Go ahead, Ron. Jump in there. Jump in
even
there. Jump in
even
there.
the most comatose person hear that beat, something gonna move on that body. You can't help it, right? Like,
I
so
get
no,
that.
I don't think it's that deep for her. But like I said, I ain't mad at her if it did clear something up for her too. I ain't mad at her if it did, but I don't think that was her motive behind it at all. Really, um, I don't think that was her motive. I don't think that was her motive at all. Like Serena is larger than life. She again, anybody that can go by one name, your first name or what? Like, come on.
I agree.
And they both can, right? Drake can, K. Dot can,
Serena can.
Serena can. Like, so I think that doesn't dismiss whatever went on with them. But for me, the on and off lets you know that it was probably more
That's
off than it was on.
guess what, guys? The on and off mean toxic. And if it's toxic, that means that woman has never forgotten it. But it also means that man has not forgotten it either. And I think out of everything that went on at Super Bowl, I think that got Drake's attention more than anything. I can guarantee you one of his intermediaries is gonna reach out to one of her intermediaries because I don't think he worried about Kendrick. He already knew Kendrick was gonna do that. He did not know Serena was gonna be up there sea walking because I
I
think
mean,
he
but
was
what better
absolutely in
way?
love.
What better way? You bring up a
Oh,
dude's
dog.
ex, man, they stroll up in there.
Dude, I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
We don't know none
Like
of
we talk
Kendrick.
about
We don't know none of his. He real private though. We don't know none of his exes. Who Drake gonna pull up on?
well, but see, Kendrick married.
I know that's what I'm saying. We don't know none of his
Yeah.
his exes.
Kendrick ain't been about that life that we know of. There ain't been no scandals with him. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm just different when it comes to it because honestly, unless she told me up front, every chance I get, Jeff, I'm a body his ass. Okay, no problem. I get it. Do you still love him? No, I love you. Okay, cool.
That
And when I
please,
saw the
not a
husband,
traditionalist. Tradition, it ain't gonna go
but
that easy.
I agree when I said I'm a traditionalist.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
when
They don't
she
go that
tells
easy with
me up
y'all.
front, but when she Well, look, guys, Stephen A. is not married right now. I think Stephen A. got two kids and that kind of thing. So Stephen A. just like a bunch of men gonna have some relationship traumas. We get all that.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying. That's why I put this article out here. What you do if you hate your ex? I don't think Stephen A. was talking from a position of Drake and Serena. I think he's talking from a position of
Of
what
his
he went
stuff.
through.
Hmm.
Oh, absolutely, bro. And I think y'all got to understand. Don't give people advice if you ain't healed yourself. Like a lot of people.
Okay,
No, no. But here's what
traditionalist.
happened.
Hmm.
No, no, no. But as a traditionalist, you better find somebody else who's traditional. And if she wanted to do it, guys, when y'all reach billionaire status, You don't follow these rules that you had when you weren't a billionaire. And I think a lot of people want to make love something that they saw the fairy tale, that they read in a book or saw in a movie. It ain't like that. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this: from a traditionalist standpoint, I got a problem with it. But when I'm reading how this dude is defending Serena and how their relationship is clearly different, I gotta respect what they got going on. I really do, Ron. I gotta respect what they got going on because he came out and defended it. He ain't got no problem with it. He was at the Super Bowl
There's
tweeting then.
nothing to have a problem with.
Mm. So if you had an ex and this ex saw you dancing in the video with his ops,
Okay.
what do you think the ex is thinking? She still love me, or hey man, that's messed up?
But we ain't
What do
billionaires.
you?
I
It
think for
don't
the
matter.
regular
The
folks,
love is
it's
still
something for the
strong.
regular folks, it's
The
something
love is
different.
still strong.
The
If you was
regular
in the
folks,
club
you better
and
you somebody gonna be fighting in the street.
if you in the club with your ex man's ops, you think a fight breaking out, or you think he gonna just let it go?
I mean, it depends. Are we grinding on each other or what? I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess it just
it
depends.
don't matter. It don't matter. You and your ex man's ops section, dog. Come
It
on, bro.
shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. If we open, it shouldn't matter.
If
But
it's
again,
over for real.
well, if look again, you could still do something and not even be thinking about it from that standpoint.
Nah, bro, you
Like I'm
thinking
out
about
to
it if
get
you
him.
if you and your ex's op section at the club, you thinking about that dude. Cause
So
you know that
if you
dude
see
hate.
your ex in the ops section at
Oh
the
yeah.
club,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I
oh
know.
no,
And
oh no.
especially if you trying to be seen. Especially if you trying to be seen. Cause what you should do is you should leave if you see me walk in.
Well, I think it depends on your zodiac, how you'll react.
And I agree. And I agree. Now that's another podcast for another day. What does your zodiac say you should react to your ex? Right? That's a whole different ballgame. Now, I mean, I could have looked up Drake's birthday and Serena's birthday, see what's kind of going on there. And I didn't for this podcast, but I think we're going to make a good point. What I'm trying to say to you guys is that I can see Stephen A. Smith's side, but I also see that the husband has come out. He don't have a problem with it. I don't know the backstory of their relationship. And so now, because the husband responded the way he did and Serena responded the way she did, for podcast purposes, Stephen A. out of pocket. Jason Whitlock, all those guys, their interpretation.
But billionaires don't
Once,
have time to be fighting in the street. Billionaires, they just don't have time.
Mhm.
They got to go get their little salt baths or whatever.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: I think we need to do a podcast on relationships as it deals with alpha men, beta men, and sigma men, right? Because clearly, all of them react differently, and maybe Serena is the alpha and the husband is the beta. But if that's their relationship, it works. She got two kids with him.
Mm-hmm.
He supported her from the beginning, right? He knew all her past, but
And I'm sure she supported him as well.
I think he's a fan first and a husband second.
Well, you should be a
That's my
fan of your spouse. You should be a fan of your spouse.
What's on the hand?
But
What's on
so
the?
many people see their spouse as the ops. Now
What
that's
do
a
you say, right?
podcast. Is your spouse the
Ops. Is your spouse or significant other the
ops? That's
ops?
the ops.
Oh my God, guys, that might be another one. That might be another.
But that's
I
all I'm
might even
saying.
write
Like,
that down.
so yeah, you should be a fan of your spouse. One of my friends
It's so
told her
funny you
husband
said
the
that.
other day, "You see how hard I'm cheering for our son? That's how hard I'm cheering for you." And I'm like, no, don't do it. But I get the sentiment.
But you know, Ron, it's so funny you say that. And as we get ready to get out of here, is your significant other or spouse the ops? And the reason that's good, guys. The reason why we do this podcast is because how many relationships people are fighting so much that they always want to have tension with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, these two publicly right now don't have no issue with what happened. But because so many relationships are based on battling every day, you never realize that the person you with is the ops. And that is crazy if that's what we done came to at the end of this podcast. Is your significant other the ops?
Her husband
Because
wasn't the one that showed up at the concert with bullet holes and smoke coming from
and the
his
smoke coming
shirt.
out. I
That
agree.
was Drake.
I agree. I
He the one
agree.
walking wounded. He the one walking wounded.
If I see her husband out with them bell bottoms Kendrick Lamar had on,
He better
I'm
have
gonna
a
start
pair.
wondering.
He better
I'm
have
gonna
a
start
pair.
wondering if Serena like Kendrick. And y'all gotta understand, guys. I'm just saying because what happens right here, Serena clearly had a choice to do this. I ain't mad that she did it. I understand both sides. The reason why we want to do this podcast, guys, is because some of y'all are in relationships right now where all y'all dealing with is how is she still with the ex or dealing with the ex, or how is he still dealing with his ex? Because some of y'all dealing with kids from previous relationships, all this kind of stuff. Some of y'all still get
Mm-hmm.
along with your ex's family. You might not like the ex, but your family was cool. All these
Mm-hmm.
things fall into that. Rhonda, what's your takeaway tonight as we get ready to get out of here?
Serena, keep getting it, girl. Well, nothing wrong with what you did. Keep walking, doing your thing. You and your husband know what y'all doing in y'all's relationship. Now, if it ain't
Mm-hmm.
like that a year from now, then that's y'all business. You did
Mm-hmm.
your thing on Sunday night at the Super Bowl, and it was not disrespectful to her husband because I'm sure they discussed it. I'm sure they discussed it
Okay.
because people with
That's a
money
good.
will discuss things.
That's true. Guys, I'm gonna tell y'all, broke love is different than rich love. We done talked about this on previous podcasts. My takeaway is simple. You never get criticized by people who have more than you. You only get criticized by people who have less than you. And I can tell y'all right now that my takeaway from this is we need to start really studying this relationship, because if this is therapeutic for them, they've crossed a barrier in their relationship that most people can't get across. Most people still fighting about exes, and they've moved on from exes, and they can just enjoy the fact that she was on Super Bowl. Now, Stephen A got a platform that he says I'm pretty sure he's gonna do it on the Stephen A show on YouTube. And Stephen A has a right to his opinion, but every relationship is individual. And what we got to stop doing is stop trying to put every relationship under our traditionalist umbrella. As much as I'm a traditionalist, I know that that relationship is completely different. And to be honest, I can't hold it to a traditionalist
Mm-mm.
setup, because
Standard. Mm-hmm.
first of all, it's interracial, which means as a traditionalist that can't even happen, right? Let's be honest. If we really talking about that, what people really got a problem with, the takeaway here is that it's interracial. And if you took the interracial out, everybody would be thinking completely different. You would not hear any complaints about Serena. She would be getting completely celebrated, because at the end of the day, you take away the interracial component from this, it's not a story. It's Serena repping Compton. Would have nothing to do with Drake. That's why when she did it at Wimbledon, she was repping Compton, because she did it at Wimbledon in 2012. Nobody had anything to say because she was with Drake in 2012, on and off. And y'all got to understand, them on and off relationships, boy, they more exciting than the smooth road
Mm.
relationship. And a lot of us don't understand that we even got so used to battling, and that Rhonda said it, is your significant other the ops? Because if it is, you got a problem, man. And y'all know what it is. It's Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the real cigar. Jeff, y'all do me a favor, man. Mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn that bell for notifications. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Is Jeff and Rhonda crazy, or are we own to something, man? If you hadn't already, again, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. Support the channel, get the merch, Rhonda. Let them know where they can find you on the socials again as we get ready to get out of here.
On Instagram at RMBLMBT.
Man, and until next time, we gonna holler.
Hot beat, smoke it, drink it down. With your boys, it got Jeff around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow.